Hey, I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. You're listening to the Sales Hunter podcast. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about that sales is not a job or a profession. Rather, sales is a lifestyle. Okay, ready to drop the mic? Yeah, it is. I'll come right back and explain what I mean in just a moment.
You're listening to the Sales Hunter podcast with Mark Hunter, where the focus is to help you as a sales leader sell with confidence and integrity. And now here's your host.
When it comes to closing deals, Calendly knows how important maintaining momentum is for your sales team. Calendly provides the automation you need to connect with your best leads faster and schedule every meeting throughout your sales cycle. Hey, prevent scheduling delays that stall deals and let your team focus on what they do best, driving revenue. Request your demo of Calendly today. Okay, the episode today, sales is not a job or a profession. Now, I'm sensing right now that your stomach is turning when I said that. Well, let me tell you something. Let me make your head spin and your stomach churn some more. And I'm going to repeat that. Sales is not a job. Sales is not a profession. Rather, sales is a lifestyle. Okay, here's the deal. In our society, the word sales infers an item of some type moving from one person to another. I hate that idea because if you buy into it, you are believing sales is all about the product or a defined service. But really, sales is about two people conversing to find a solution that many times the customer has no clue is even possible. You see, when we do that, you're having a conversation. And it takes a relationship between two people. You see, when you make it your mission to help others, it's amazing what happens. When you wake up each morning fixated on the idea you're going to spend the day helping others, your mindset changes. Think about this for a moment. You move away from the product or service you sell and become more fixated on the person you're talking to or the people you're going to talk to that day. Okay, you're wondering, where does sales leap from a profession to a lifestyle? It's really quite simple. It's people being focused on others. You see, when you're focused on others, it's not something you turn on or off. Being focused on people is what you do regardless of where you're at, the time of day, or what's at stake. Watch someone who buys into the sales as a lifestyle approach, and you'll see someone who's treating the barista at their local coffee place with respect. You'll see the person reaching out to the wait staff and thanking them for their service. You'll even see that person who gets cut off at 80 miles an hour on heavy traffic, not even flinching, not being worried about it, because they're focused on people, not on activities. You see, when you see sales as a lifestyle, you're in the zone 24/7 to listen, to help, and most of all, to create opportunities for you and, more importantly, for the other person. Now, let's kind of think about this for a moment here, because when I talk about how sales is not a job, sales is not a profession, sales is a lifestyle, it begins with your thought process. It's one of the reasons I wrote the book, A Mind for Sales. Because here's the whole thing. We spend so much of our career focused on product knowledge. We don't spend enough time on people knowledge, the selling skills. You see, my good friend Larry Levine has a great comment. Soft skills, the engaging of people, creates hard dollars, the closing of sales. Stop and think about that for a moment. When you are about to close a sale, are you selling a product or are you helping them achieve an outcome? Your objective is to help people achieve an outcome. You see, my definition of sales, it's actually the same definition I have for leadership. It's to help others see and achieve what they did not think was possible. See, that's not going to happen if you're just focusing on the product, because you're going to treat everybody as if they're an ATM. You're going to treat everybody as it's your job just to get the order and move on. No. See, when you treat people as if you're creating a relationship, you know what happens? It changes this other one piece. You no longer close sales. Yeah, I just said that. You no longer close sales. Instead, you open a relationship of recurring revenue. I had this happen to me just yesterday. Client I was working with about 6 or 7 years ago. The company was sold. The company everybody actually went in completely different directions. Came back and some of the people rebought the company just recently. And they reached out to me yesterday, said, Mark, we need to talk. You see, along the way, I didn't close a sale. I was creating a relationship. This is absolutely powerful. Spend more time being focused on the people you're dealing with rather than the product you sell. And when you do that, you'll wind up closing more sales. No, correction. You'll wind up opening more relationships. And that's why I say, hey, very simply put, sales is not a job. Sales is not a profession. Sales is a lifestyle. With that, I want to say thank you for listening, and thank you, Calendly, for sponsoring today's show and continue to help sales teams focus on driving revenue. Prevent scheduling delays that stall deals and let your team focus on what they do best, driving revenue. Request your demo of Calendly today. Hey, I do trust you value the content shared, and you'll take a moment to subscribe to the podcast and leave us a review on your favorite podcast app. Each week, you get 2 shows. One, a short sales insight from me, and the second, an interview with a leading sales expert. The Sales Hunter Podcast, your answer to cutting-edge sales insight. I'm Mark Hunter. Thanks for listening.